Welcome to Talking to the Media, is your home for entertaining news, reviews by fans for fans. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and send those questions and comments. We want to hear them. I'm your host, Chris, and I'm about to do my review for Dangerous Lies that's been streaming on Netflix. Now, Dangerous Lies, it stars Camila Mendez, JCT Usher, and Jamie Chung. This movie was trash, just pure trash, and I don't care if I spoil it. I don't care. Just you can skip it. It's trending on Netflix. It's fine because we're quarantined. We don't got that much to watch. We're like, hey, let's watch a new movie. You ain't got a cute couple here. I like Jamie from Sucker Punch and the Hangover franchise. I like Jesse T. Usher from a few things. But the only dangerous lie that we were told was that this movie was any good. If anybody told you that this was a good film, it's just a dangerous lie. You immediately are made to feel like you're in a situation where this beautiful woman is probably down on her luck and broke and poor, and the bills are piling up because she with this bonehead brother that stereotypical brother that your dad warned you about, like, don't get with them unless you're just gonna always be in debt and living in the hood and stuff, because he got that mentality where he don't listen, he don't have no common sense, he always gonna do what he want to do, he gonna get the money, he gonna just do what he want to do, he gonna buy that watch, he gonna put rims on the car. It was just that type of brother that they made this dude look like, making you believe at first that Jesse Usher's character was probably involved in it and a threat to his own wife, from hero to straight up zero through the whole movie, like his whole thing. And I'm not saying that, because I felt like by the end of it, I'm like, it's going to turn out that he probably was involved in it, because that was the whole development of it. Either he was a master at playing a puppet master from behind the scenes and putting all these criminal elements that he somehow was involved with all these years, 10 plus years, it didn't make any sense. Or he just a cheap brother that don't know how to have any common sense and that don't know how to be patient and get a little money. He gonna be in debt no matter no matter what the circumstances is. I ain't ever going back to being broke. We found $100,000 hidden in the house that was willed to us, so I'm gonna go out and be stupid and go flash it around and stuff. I gotta put the watch on. I gotta buy this. I'm gonna take you shopping. We gonna do it. Just making her look like the common sense. We gotta be careful, babe. We gotta this and that. Now, it's fine. It's just, I'm not saying that this was meant for a brother to be a part of this this was a character. You could tell this was a character that was just written out, and it didn't matter who was casting it. But I'm sorry, the second I saw this brother just saying these boneheaded things, I'm thinking the whole time, this is the image of it. It's like this girl who just got the common sense. She's always doing the right thing. Hey, this $100,000 fell and all that, but I'm still gonna go to work because that's the right thing to do. And he's all like, man, what we talk? What? Why do I need to get a job? We just found all this money. I'm gonna buy you a nice one. I'm gonna buy myself a watch. We gonna ball out of it. It just made me feel like that's what it was. Like he was portraying all these negative stereotypes when it comes to money and whatnot. And I'm not saying that I myself wouldn't do it. Most guys maybe, and with his mentality of his a fear of being poor or whatever, probably would do the same thing. All I'm saying is that's all I kept thinking about when I just saw him. Like, this is the guy that your parents warned you about. He gonna drag your ass right back down to the hood. That's all I kept thinking. And then it turns out that he was totally misrepresented the whole way around. And I was like, at least there was that kind of a redeeming moment at the very bitter end. It's a lonely old man who just hides his money in the walls and had nothing to do with what was going on with these people that invaded his life years ago, robbing a jewelry store, going into his house, pretending to be a gardener, trying to lay low, hiding from his criminal friends, his old partners, getting shot in the process, and then dying on the property and all that stuff. All this stuff just turned out to be just straight up coincidences that the police weren't smart enough to figure out. But this caretaker and her husband and her don't know what to do with common sense with money husband just stumbled upon and just solved all these mysteries by themselves. And of course, they're in a situation where all these people keep coming into the fold, into the situation to blow up the spot and make and ruin everything for them because they don't believe that this old man would really will his house to this nice girl. It must be the police didn't believe it. It must be your husband trying to drag you down. Obviously, he must be the one really doing all this stuff, and all these people keep dying and all the and all these very convenient little cover-ups are happening, all while the husband is still is doing some pretty effed up illegal things, hiding bodies that they had nothing to do with, hiding jewels from a robbery that they discovered and figured out, but they had no real connection to until you stole the diamonds. You already lucked up and found a trunk full of money left to you by the old man, allegedly or seemingly, with the house that was willed left to you, thanks to the robbers that were just looking for the diamonds. And now all of a sudden you're gonna find the diamonds. I mean, even at the very end, when all the things that could have took this girl down, played by Camila Mendez, were all eliminated towards the very end. Conveniently, very conveniently, to just all, like the detective said, fall into her lap. It would have made more sense if she was involved and the mastermind pulling the whole strings. The whole universe was just coming together to unfold to get her a house that wasn't really willed to her, money that was left behind after the guy she was taking care of was died. That he was coincidentally untrusting of banks and hiding money into the house. Diamonds that was robbed and stolen from, and then one of the robbers laid low and worked for this old man for a while to hide from his accomplices, and then to all of a sudden fall into this girl's lap after the one of the robbers, and then all the rest of the guys involved get killed. The detective who is on your butt the whole time then comes to the rescue at the end and drops all charges. to the diamonds eventually being discovered and falling into her laps themselves. How is she gonna boost these diamonds? How is she gonna sell them? Who's she gonna go to? $3 million worth of diamonds. She'll be lucky to get $300,000 from anybody. Who are you gonna give them to? You're gonna have to find a millionaire, trust that he's gonna give you some money for it, and then hope that nobody finds out about it. That the detective that he took the whole movie to gain her trust, and 4 months later, after discover that you're pregnant and all that, for it to all just fall into your lap. And then the end of this movie frustrated me again, because after dealing with the whole way that Usher's character was being portrayed as a drag on their relationship, the moment he saves the day again, he rescues and protects his wife twice in this movie, and she was more upset the first time when he saved the day from a robbery at the restaurant she was working at, the cafe that she worked at. This dude dies at the end, protecting her from these bank robbers, these jewelry robbers and whatnot. Dies at the end, protecting her, and she barely is crying after the Jamie Chunk's character turns out to be involved in it and reveals that she's really the puppet master and whatnot. There was no more tears after that. Very calm, no hysterics. Your husband just died and body still warm on the floor. She didn't even act like she give a damn after that. I felt like she was more concerned about, am I going? She even asked the fucking question: was the will even real? Am I gonna lose this house? Your husband is on the floor, still dead. And you're like, am I going to lose the house? I'm like, what the hell is going on? This felt like early Netflix, like something from like way back in the day. One of those movies that go straight to DVD that you would maybe catch on the shelf and might rent back in the day at Blockbuster, maybe. And one of those type of movies. One of those movies you don't really buy, but you rent. But this was the type of movie that was like on the roster streaming when Netflix first was coming out with the we're gonna stream movies to you at home kind of a thing. This was something for then. This isn't 2020 after all these great accomplishments that Netflix has been bringing us. This was a step back. I don't know why he even bought the rights to this one. This didn't deserve. This was some trash. I'm still looking forward to Jesse Usher on the second season of The Boys. I still know that Jamie Chung is better than this. And Camila Mendez, I still can't put my finger on where I've seen other things I've seen her in. I should have probably looked that up before starting, but I'm looking forward to seeing something else that she has been in or will be in to make up for this with this. Let me know what you guys thought about this movie after you sat through it. If you had the same kind of feelings about the character development and whatnot, because I can't be alone in this. I'm not looking up anybody else's reviews on it and whatnot. I can't see that many people really thinking that this was a great film. So I want to know if our minds are thinking alike. So let me know what you guys think about that. That's my review, guys. Thank you for watching me. Did you like what you saw? Then support the channel. Become a subscriber. Send us a like. Send your questions and comments for us to read on We Got Your Mail. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at T3 Media. I'm Chris Fagan. This was streamed in front of a very bored studio audience. Till next time, guys.
It has ever recapped. They'd be like, wow, that was amazing.
You have Morgan Freeman.
And as the Nutcracker rises from the ashes,
Web slinging, wall crawling, spider sense.
And it looks good, and I was excited every time the symbiote came on screen. I decided, what are they going to do now?